Jai Hind children, welcome to today's physics class. We are continuing with chapter 12, friction. In previous class, we have discussed about the definition of friction, cause of friction, factors affecting friction and types of friction. I hope the topic is clear for you and you all have read the textbook. So let's continue with the second section of this chapter. Friction, a necessary evil. Necessary means something very essential and evil means a bad thing. That means friction is necessary, at the same time it is bad also. Friction is a force that opposes the relative motion of an object. Friction has both advantages and disadvantages. In this section, we will study about the advantages and disadvantages of friction. If we need to walk on a floor, we need friction. Otherwise, we will fall down. That is why we fall on wet surfaces which have low friction. If we need to light a matchstick, the friction between the matchstick and the box heats and create fire. If there is no friction, then the matchstick will not catch fire. A running car or bicycle uses friction to stop. If there is no friction between the wheels and the floor, then we cannot stop a running car or a bicycle. Friction is essential to open a bottle, for walking, for running, for jumping, etc. Friction is required for lighting matchstick, for holding paper, pencil, anything, chalks, for piercing iron nails, for walking, for making the moving object come to rest. Let's see some advantages. It becomes difficult to walk on slippery road due to low friction. We cannot fix iron nails in a wall if there is no friction. We cannot hold anything in our hand if there is no friction. Similar to advantages, there are many disadvantages also for friction. Friction are that cause of the moving parts in machinery and automobiles to heat up that damages the machine. These are some of the disadvantages of friction. The main disadvantage of friction is it produces heat that causes the wear and tear of machine parts. Due to friction, we have to exert more power in machine. It also creates noises in machines. The engines of automobiles consume more energy due to this friction. This is a comparison of the advantages and disadvantages of friction. It has many uses and has many disadvantages too. Sometimes we need to increase or reduce friction. We can see how we can increase and how we can reduce friction. Methods to increase friction. The soles of our shoes are grooved. This is done to provide the shoes better grip on the floor so that you can move safely. Similarly, the threaded tires of cars, trucks and bulldozers provide better grip with ground. We deliberately increase friction by using brake pads in the brake system of bicycles and automobiles. You might have seen kabaddi players rub their hands with soil for better grip of their opponents. Gymnasts apply some coarse substance on their hand to increase friction for better grip. Now let's see some methods to minimize friction. Use of lubricants such as oil, grease, graphite, etc. reduces friction. When oil, grease or graphite is applied between the moving part of a machine, a thin layer is formed there and moving surfaces do not directly rub against each other. Thus, friction will be reduced. So, the use of lubricants is one of the best methods to reduce friction, especially for automobiles and machines. Sometimes we sprinkle fine powder on carom's board to reduce friction. The use of ball bearings in machine parts also reduces friction by cutting the direct contact between the machine parts. Now let's check an activity given in your textbook. Take a few cylindrical shaped pencils and place a book above it. Now push the book. We can observe that the pencils roll as the book moves. And it is easy to move the book in this way than sliding it. That is, rolling friction is less than sliding friction. So if we need to reduce sliding friction, we can use small wheels in order to reduce sliding friction and convert it to rolling friction. It will be easy to move an object through this manner. These are some of the methods we are adopting to reduce or to increase friction. Now let's study about another topic, that is the fourth type of friction called fluid friction. We have already studied about static friction, sliding friction and rolling friction exerted by solids. This is fluid friction that is exerted by fluids. The materials which can flow are called fluids. Example, liquids like oil, water, etc. and gases, air, etc. are all fluids. These fluids also offer a resistance when an object moves through them. This resistance or opposing force exerted by fluids is called a fluid friction. Let's see some examples of fluid friction. When an aeroplane flies in air, it faces resistance from air and slows down due to air friction or fluid friction. When a speedboat moves through water, it also faces a resistance or opposing force from the water called fluid friction. Friction or fluid friction is also known as drag. In order to minimize fluid friction, the objects or materials moving through fluids have a special shape called a streamlined shape. Aeroplanes, birds, fishes, etc. have streamlined shape. Fluid friction is the force of friction exerted by liquids and gases on an object moving through them. The fluid friction depends on speed of the object, shape of the object and nature of the fluid. With this, we came to the end of this chapter. Let's recall. Friction is a necessary evil. Friction can be increased by making rough surface and friction can be reduced by using lubricants. Flowing substances are called fluids and fluids exert friction called fluid friction. Read the textbook carefully and answer all the questions. Thank you.